Hey everybody, welcome to this first edition of Storm Talk as we head into a new season ahead. And it will always start off with the latest look here at any outlooks that lie ahead for the next few days, and none are in our area showing up at all. So still in a fairly winter pattern, but we're going to try to evolve things as with the next few weeks. I'm sure this map will change greatly. Does it mean we're done with snow? Nope, I don't think we're done with snow yet. Now, snowstorms, that's a little harder to deal with and make happen this time of year. But as far as snowflakes, not ruling that out yet. And really, you can't say never until you get past Easter around here. All right, here is the latest look at snow, by the way, on the ground. We've lost some of that. Some of that accumulation has actually compacted. The sun forces it to compact downward, so you lose your snow depth, for one, compared to what you had when it initially fell. And some of that actually melts in the top layer. Even though it's below freezing, that sun, the energy from the sun can still melt the top layer. So we're down now to mainly 6 to 8 inch range. Some of you probably have more than that, but this is a general estimation from the plots of how that looks around Kentuckiana. Fairly quiet across our neck of the woods, mainly because we're developing what we call a split flow in the jet stream at the moment. One part is diving across the north, and the subtropical jet is more to the south. And when you have this kind of a flow, we're cut off from the Arctic source now. So the Arctic air, not an issue anymore. And the main storm track is way to our south. There's our next piece of energy we'll be tracking, and that'll be later next week. But overall, there's nothing that can come at us from this direction, and nothing that's really going to come at us from the north, other than very weak little systems that'll kind of guide through here. One Sunday, there is a wave on Tuesday that's ejecting out now. It'll kind of follow the flow and mainly stay to our south. May clip our southern counties on Tuesday. Later in the week, though, let's say about a week from today, there are signs that the jet may try to arc itself a little more northeast, and we get a nice subtropical flow here, and we could have a little pressure that moves out as the northern branch tries to dive in and pull it north. So we'll watch that and see how that plays out, but that is our next big weather maker. If there is anything I can even see in our future, that would be it. And again, that would be about a week from today. Until then, nothing really major is really showing up. Let me show you how that looks in the models. Here's the Tuesday system. Anything Sunday, Monday looks minor. Drizzle, sprinkles, brief shower, that's it. The first wave Tuesday, again, most of it's going to stay to our southeast, but I wouldn't rule out at clipping our Kentucky counties here. We'll watch that. Shouldn't last very long. And then Wednesday and Thursday will be our dry period. I think we have a good shot at 60-degree weather, maybe even 70, pushed in our southern counties. It all depends on how much snow we can get out of the way, so it makes it really difficult forecasting highs until you know how that's going to melt out the next few weeks, or days, I should say. And then here's the latest look at the system as we get into Friday and the next weekend. It begins to move in, and there's a lot of debate on how this is going to play out. It's actually tropical in nature, which is, to me, it's very interesting to see that. A system's got a lot of tropical moisture with it. It's not a tropical system as far as being a low pressure, a depression, or a tropical storm. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that its origins has a lot of deep moisture with it. So it's a very warm core system that is moving in across our neck of the woods. So this could lead to potentially some heavy rain. We've got to watch that. I mentioned at the same time the jet is diving down from the north. So there is going to be some cold air that wants to get wrapped into this. And because there is no strong jet flow moving through, the low looks like it's going to get cut off. And it may kind of linger for a few days next weekend. That's bad, because it's slow moving, which would aggravate the flooding situation we could potentially see if that happens. And two, it's going to ruin St. Patrick's Day Parade in the Highlands next Saturday. So we don't want this thing to move slow. And three, if it moves slow enough, it will try to start yanking in some of that cool air that's waiting to the north. And the backside, the upper level, low side of this, on the northwest corner of it, may try to throw in some snowflakes in there. So we'll watch and see how this all progresses. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but it is an interesting setup here for next Friday into next weekend. But it's not a sure thing by any stretch, because anytime you deal with a low pressure, it's kind of wobbling off course. The models can move it all different directions. So I don't want to get everybody set in stone yet. We're going to get a lot of rain, but that is our next system we'll be watching. Right now the models move it out by Monday. So we'll keep an eye on that. Flooding is going to be a problem, though. Because we've already got the snow melt that's going to cause, it already is causing a lot of the tributaries in Kentucky. The rivers are going out. We've got flood warning out for the Whirling Fort, which, by the way, crusted today. And the Green River is going through its battles right now, and the Blue River off to the north. And we're also tracking the Ohio River. The Ohio is kind of the last. It takes in all the water from all the tributaries and from anything coming upstream. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, that all flows down to here. So the Ohio is the last to react, and that's why the crest you see there is not until Monday. Even though not much rain is going to fall, it just takes a while for it to capture all the rain and then move its way to the north and crest there above flood stage. Nothing major. Right now it's just barely into the minor category. But obviously we've got to watch if that Friday system week from today, that were to come to light, then that may keep the river up elevated or cause it to rise again later this month. So flooding, I still think it's going to be a problem. And river flooding is going to be something we're going to have to really keep an eye on this spring because we're already off to a very soggy start. And to get a lot of space in between storm systems this time of the year is rare. Usually they're pretty close together. So that is something we'll be keeping an eye on. And as I mentioned before, are we done with the cold and snow? I don't think so. History has proven to us that we've dealt with cold shots and snow all the way to as late as Derby before. But last year we had snow all the way to March 25th. We had some 70 and even a close to 80-degree day before that last snow hit. So these warm spells can tease you, but it doesn't mean you're out of the woods completely. And the Arctic Oscillation is trying to tank again mid-month, which means that cold air would be available to be pulled down. So I'm getting tired of it too, guys. I'm not trying to root it on this time. I'm done. I think we've had enough. All right, it's time to move on. Let's warm things up. Let's get into spring mode. So I'm not happy about looking at that. I wish it would go away. But I don't control the weather. I'm just explaining to you guys. All right, that's it for right now. I'll see you tonight on the news at 11 o'clock. Have a good and safe weekend.